Hello and welcome to Japanese from Zero. Of course, you are watching a continuation of numbers. I assume for those of you that are here, you have already looked at counting part 1 and part 2 somewhere on the lesson page or on YouTube. Now we're going to talk about the higher numbers. And unfortunately, this is where it stops being as easy as the first 9,999 numbers were. It's not that hard, but it's not that easy, unfortunately. But we are going to make it easy with this video and the next video. So in this one, we're just going to cover 10,000 to 99,999. And I think we can agree that's a pretty big number. But we're going to need another word. We learned hyaku and sen in the last video, which was 100 and 1,000. And if you remember in the last video, I did say that Japanese numbers only have 9 units of 1,000. In English, we can say 9,000 and then 10,000 and then 11,000. And we can go all the way up to 999,000. But in Japanese, after 9,000, they start a new unit and they can never say 1,000 again above 9. There's only be 9 units of 1,000. So what Japanese do is this new word here called man. Man. M-A-N. Man. Now, man means all by itself 10,000. It's like saying 1,000. 1,000 means 1,000. 100 means 100. Well, man equals 10,000. The hard part is that in English, it's 10,000. So you are thinking in your brain, ju sen, 10,000. That's not what's happening. It's Ichi Mom. Okay? It's Ichi Mom. That means 1 unit of 10,000, which just means 10,000. So without me even showing you, how would you say 20,000? What do you think that would be? Some of you got it. It's niman. Niman. So 2 units of 10,000. Niman. And the rest are just following a pattern. Luckily with man, there are no special changes like there were with hyaku becoming byaku when you get to 3 and whatnot. So 30,000 is just samman. And over time, you will remember that a 10,000 unit is man, but it's still difficult. I'm not gonna lie. This is not easy. Now in Japan, they have a 10,000 yen bill. That's a ichiman yen satsu. Satsu means bill, but it's ichiman yen. En, it's en, but what happens when you combine it with man yen? It sounds like yen. I'm not really saying yen. Ichiman yen. Ichiman yen means 10,000 yen. So a lot of times, that's about $100. People will have ichiman yen satsu in their wallet. So how much money do you have right now? Maybe they say they have 3,000,000 yen. They have 30,000 yen. 40,000 is yonman. Yonman. It can never be. Sorry, I just gotta get a drink. It can never be a she-man. A she-man? It can never be shiman. So maybe that will help you. You know what? People are going to be upset. There will be people that will be upset that I said that, but it's a memory technique. You can never be a she-man. All right. Shiman. There's no shiman. It's yonman. Yonman. Goman. Goman. You got it. Go, man. Goman. Goman, 50,000, 60,000, rokuman. We're just going to get through these. 70,000 is nanaman. Never shichiman. Never shichiman. Hachiman. Good, no problem. And kyuman. Never kuman. Okay, always kyuman. All right. Now, I'm going to give you a pop quiz next. But I'm going to change it up a little bit. We're going to do something that I've never done before with you guys. Because if you're following the Japanese from Zero book series, you don't know any hiragana yet. You theoretically, if you're only using our book, don't know any Japanese writing. But we're going to learn right now a kanji before we learn anything else. Because it helps learning with these numbers. This is the man character. If you see the 4 zeros, you're thinking 10,000, but if you see this, you're thinking it's 1 something. Well, it's 1 man. This is the man unit. So, ichi man. Ichi man. What does that mean? I'm pretty sure everyone got this. Ichi man means 10,000. Okay? 10,000. Now we're going to learn another. Now you don't have to learn to write this yet. Just kind of recognize it because it helps. Okay. What is this next one? This is Ichi Mom ni sen. Ichi Mom ni sen. Now you might be thinking it's 2,000. No, it's not 10,000, 2,000 either. This is only a problem if you're not Chinese or Korean, because Chinese and Korean do the exact same way of counting. We in America, in the English counting system, don't have a 10,000 counter, but they do. So it is not, in English, it is not 10,000, 2,000, it's 12,000. Ichiman ni-sen becomes 12,000. That's the tricky part, because you're thinking Ichiman is 10,000. So your brain might register that as just 10,000, but you have to look at how far up, how many thousands are there in English, right? All right, next one. What is this? I'll let you think for a second. Good job, Jesse. I know Jesse got this one. It is Ichi Mom. Anyone named Jesse right now is like, yeah, he's talking to me. I'm not. And I'm not talking to that guy Germs in the chat room. No, I'm not. If you ever go to our chat room, there's 3 members that are always there, basically. There's Germs, there's Matsiendra, I think he changed his name to Matsi, and Unko-kun. They're always there, and if you ever have questions, they're probably going to be able to help you. Like, they're the greatest members ever. So go into the Yes Japan chat room, which is now at japanesefromzero.com/chat. You have to have an account already. It's free. All right, so this is, you probably already guessed, Ichi Mom Gosen. Ichi Mom Gosen. This is about 150 US dollars, okay, because the dollar right now is roughly around 100. You know, when I first went to Japan, I got an allowance of $25. I was 12 years old. My dad gave me an allowance of $25, but since the yen rate was 270 to the dollar, that was worth ichiman yen. I got ichiman yen, which is now worth $100. I got the equivalent of $400 in allowance every month. So I was, and the thing is, if the dollar is super strong like that, it doesn't mean that things in Japan, their price is the same for Japanese people, so they wouldn't lower it to match the dollar. That means I was buying really expensive things when I was 12 years old. I was buying $200 and $300, radio cars, those little radio remote control cars. I loved those. Ow, God. You know what? This happened last time. I didn't do anything wrong though this time. I don't know why I did that to me. You know what it was? It was the She-Man. I said She-Man and Bachi ga atatta. Bachi ga atatta. Like bad karma came back on me. What goes around comes around. I'm sorry. Everyone that is a She-Man, I'm sorry. It's probably not even politically correct word. All right. Sorry. That was 15,000. Let's get through this. 3만 3,000. I'm just going to give that one to you. If you were thinking I didn't give you time to think, so you probably weren't thinking. 3만 3,000 would be wrong. 3만 3,000. All right? 3만 3,000, that is 33,000. All right, let's give you a kind of a complicated number. This time we're not going to trail with a bunch of zeros. We're going to have an actual full number. What is this number? This is 54,552. The last 3 numbers are just 555, right? 54,552. 54,555. That was practice. Are you ready for the quiz? Maybe? Maybe when you're watching this video for the 4th time, it'll make sense. Here we go. Pop quiz. This is the Lexus IS250. This is the base price of a Lexus IS250 as of the filming of this video. Filming, as if I'm like got film in the background, like literally, like as of the digital videotaping of this video. So it is, what is this price? How would you say this? All right. I think you got it. It is 33,020. There's no hundreds, so we don't have to say any hundreds. 33,020 dollars, okay? All right, here we go. This is a fun one. What is this? This is the Nintendo World Championships gold cartridge, which they gave out in a game composite competition. There were only 26 of them ever made. And they had, this was 1990, they had Super Mario, Tetris, and Road Racer on there. And they would give you a total score for playing all three of those games in 6-minute increments. And whoever got the highest score won. And this was, I don't know if this is what you got as a winner or if everyone that participated got it. I think it was everyone that participated got it. But this right now, the price for this right now is $26,677. And even this little gray cartridge right here, this one, even that one, which was not as rare, is worth over $5,000. So it's very rare because 3 games are on it and they're very limited. What is that number? What is that number in Japanese? 26,677. 26,677. All right. Next one. This is a fun one. Very in the news recently. We're talking about Pokemon. This is the Charmeleon card. It's a 1999 misprint, and currently it is on eBay for $75,930. Extremely rare because it's a misprint, and there's only one of them. It is $75,930. What is that in Japanese? And I looked at it. I can't tell where the misprint is. I was trying to find the misprint, but I couldn't figure it out. I don't know what it is. Okay, so it is 75,930. 75,930 dollars. Oh, that's crazy. And for the final number, this is the number that I said we could get to today, and this is it. And I've been drooling for one of these for a long time. Like, I have literally been excited to get one of these. And the TV too. I'd like the TV too, not just the girl. But the price of this LG 105-inch 4K TV, which, by the way, if you come to Vegas and go to the Fry's location here, we have a electronics store called Fry's. They have one of them on display, and it is $99,999, which you could buy a house for that price in some parts of the United States. $99,999. I mean, after tax, it's more than that, but this is pre-tax. What is that in Japanese? Good old Diet Coke. All right, it is 99,999. 99,999 dollars. That is it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you now you don't want to miss this next part. I'm a little bit nervous, honestly. This next one is something I've never released on a video. It is a technique to do the huge numbers and a way to say them without getting confused, because that man counter does throw every other number off in Japanese. And then there's another counter above that that hurts you also when you're thinking about English way of counting. So I have a technique that I developed as an interpreter, and that is coming up in part 4, the zero. What do I call it? The zero technique. So it's coming up. Watch it. Stay tuned for that. I'll see you then. Bye.